Thank you, David.
Thank you, David.
Yes, go!
One person that I left out of my thanks is my son, Rabbi Penner, and my other son, almost Rabbi Aaron, and my daughter, Michelle. I don't know where she is. Oh, there she is. Okay. Thank you for coming. When I started writing my speech last night, I realized that I didn't have as much of an impact from Partners in Torah as my dear wife. I thank Partners in Torah and also Rabbi Yudi for the mentoring that she did for Luba, which brought us all, our family, to where we are now. And so, with your permission, Rabbi Wertz, I'd like to ask, I know this is a little out of the box, but I would like to ask Luba to come up and say a few words.
As uncomfortable as it is for me, both as an honoree and as the one addressing you now, I'm very grateful for the opportunity to express my gratitude to the organization and the people behind the organization, which was one of the major links in enriching my life, in shaping my life, in changing my life, in changing the lives of my children. It even changed Howie's life. Having grown up in a communist country, I didn't have an opportunity to learn much about my Jewish heritage. Instinctively, I knew, however, there must be more to being Jewish than being a perpetual scapegoat, than being always discriminated against. I knew that there must be more to being Jewish than having the word Jewish stamped on your passport. So when I came to America 32 years ago, almost exactly to the day, I was determined to find out what it was. And so my long journey began. I'm not going to bore you with all the details of the following 18 years. I would just like to mention a few highlights that are relevant to the event today. I was privileged to meet Rabbi and Rabbitzin Yudin soon after I arrived in this country. I became a frequent guest at their house. I became a diligent student of Rabbi Yudin's Torah class that was almost exclusively, specifically designed for other Russians like myself who had very little knowledge about their religion, their tradition. One of the first things that I learned was that there was so much to learn. And so I started looking for an opportunity to supplement that learning with something else. It was a challenging endeavor, for I had so much catching up to do. Somebody suggested that I spend a year learning in a seminary in Israel. However, as a working mother of 3 young children and a full-time student, this was not an option. And it just so happened, things just so happened, that Partners in Torah came into existence just then. Under the helm of Rabbi Wertz and his dedicated crew, Dina Meirfeld being one of those. I I had an opportunity for the next several years to learn with very special women, Elisheva Kamenetsky, Broca Monk, and Sharon Schloss. It was an amazing opportunity for me to learn at my own pace, to be gently guided without being patronized, to be able to ask questions without being embarrassed, to share my uncertainties, express my ideas, deal with my frustrations, and just continue to incorporate everything that I was able to learn with them. I thank these women, I know they're not here, but nevertheless, I thank them from the bottom of my heart. I was so grateful to Partners in Torah as an organization and the people behind this organization, that when Rabbi Kiwartz and Shoshana Isserov suggested that I come back some 20 years later, more than that, 20 years, I was thrilled. I was so thrilled that I even dragged Howie along. For the past 3 years, Howie and I have continued our spiritual growth together, learning with our very, very special partners, Faye and David Cherkez. What started off as a partnership of students turned into a very special relationship. We learn together, we share good and sad times together, we even sing together, well, some of us. We would like to thank Faye and David for enriching our lives and for affording us an opportunity to grow together and to learn Torah together every week. We would also like to take this opportunity to thank our children and grandchildren, many of whom are here, some of whom are not here.
Especially Yosef.
You know that you are our pride and our joy. I'm very hesitant to name the names for the category of people that come as my friends. I don't want to leave anybody out. I do want to acknowledge my very, very special friend Jane Mandelbaum and Misty Jane Mandelbaum. They have a special distinction of being my very, very first friends, along with the couple who is no longer with us, Kitty and Charles Breslow, who opened us with an open heart and open arms 32 years ago as we landed here in this wonderful country, and helped us along the way, and we continue to be friends, and I cherish that. There are many other friends who, as I said, I would rather not mention, lest I omit some of them. You know who you are. We're very, very grateful to you. I'm very grateful to you for walking this path with me. The new friends that I acquired, my Fairlawn contingent, who have been such loyal friends throughout these years that Howie and I have been together as family, and especially all the events that took place a year ago, almost up to the day, for being there for both of us. And of course, we would like to take this opportunity to thank all the people who have been supporting, are continuing to support this outstanding organization. We wish ourselves, the organization, much, much hatzlacha. It's an amazing, amazing way to reach out and just affect lives of so many. And we would like to thank all those people who continue to support this organization, and of course, all of you for coming. Thank you.